Hey, what's going on, you guys? StrangeLuv here. And first off, I want to apologize for being slightly MIA this week. I haven't had a lot of time to work on videos because I graduated from college. It's also my birthday this week, so I've just been super busy with some other stuff, with family and whatnot. So, but now that all of that is sort of coming to a close, I'll be able to focus more on my YouTube channel and make some more videos for you guys. But of course, this past week we got to see the epic, quote-unquote, reveal of Call of Duty Ghosts as well as the Xbox One console. And many of you guys have been asking me to give my opinion of Call of Duty Ghosts based on what we've seen so far. And I agree, I'm sort of past due to give my 2 cents on Call of Duty Ghosts, so that's what this commentary is going to be about. So what we've seen so far of Ghosts is pretty much a reveal trailer and some behind-the-scenes footage of them designing the game, as well as some comparison footage of their new technology with the old technology of Call of Duty. And as far as graphics go, you guys know I'm not like a huge graphics nerd or anything, but I think it's gonna look pretty good. And I know a lot of people are talking about Ghosts in terms of being on a brand new engine, but it's not exactly a brand new engine, because what they're doing is they're enhancing some aspects of an engine that's already in existence, because if they had to design a new engine from the ground up, they wouldn't be able to pull off anything that significant in 2 years. So they've actually said that that's what they're doing. They're just taking some parts of an engine that they have and tweaking them to make it a brand new experience, and I guess in that sense it is a new engine because it's not the old engine that they were using, but it's also not something that they made from scratch. But anyway, I think the game is going to look really nice. Then again, Call of Duties always look really nice as far as their campaign goes. I know that they need to compete with games like Battlefield and whatnot, but this game is also going to be out on, you know, the Xbox 360, the PS3, as well as the next-gen consoles, and I have a feeling that I'm probably going to have to buy the game for the current-gen stuff because I'm just not sure if I'm going to be able to afford a brand new console plus a bunch of games to go with it, at least not right away at the time of release. So I'm not really judging this game based on its visual aspects, because if I'm playing it on the 360, that's not going to be exactly the biggest thing that I'm worried about. But then again, I'm not, like I said, a huge graphics nerd. I do think it looks nice. It does. It's not mind-blowing or anything, but then again, as far as we've come with technology, it's going to get harder and harder to make a full 180 transition in graphics, like how you did from the Xbox to the Xbox 360 or the PS1 to the PS2. You know, it's not going to be that big of a difference when we go to the next gen, which is unfortunate because, you know, you really expect with the next gen to have a brand new experience that justifies buying a brand new console. But anyway, they've also said that they're going to add a dog as your little companion, and that's fine. I think that they're kind of trying to play on the whole having a little sidekick in a game thing that a lot of games do. It's like having our own Epona, except we won't ride him around, at least I hope not. But I have a feeling that what's going to happen is you're going to get really emotionally connected to this dog. He's going to be really involved in the gameplay and helping you out. He's going to be man's best friend, and then all of a sudden he's going to die, and then that's the big emotional experience that you get from the campaign, is you're losing your best friend, your fellow soldier dog, something like that. So, yeah, you know, I'm okay with the dog. It's not a big deal to me whether the dog's in there or not. I'm more worried about gameplay. Gameplay is where it's at. That's going to make it or break it, as always. And I've always thought that the Call of Duty campaigns were really solid. They do make a solid campaign with good action-packed gameplay, albeit somewhat simple. You know, it's a run-and-gun shooter type thing, throw in a couple stealth missions, with decent storylines that are kind of like an interactive movie in a sense. But it's still fun. I've enjoyed the campaigns of all the Call of Duties, both Treyarch's and Infinity Ward's, especially Infinity Ward's. I think they've kind of done a better job with the campaigns. So I don't think they're really going to mess up the campaign on this one. I think it's going to be solid, and I really don't have a problem with it. So increased poly counts and textures, better lighting, interactive smoke, moving fish or whatever, all of these things are great, but they should be at the very least of what we're expecting from a new, not only a new Call of Duty, but one on the next-gen consoles. So I really think they should step it up a notch and not just do the bare minimum of visual upgrades. So I really hope they have more to show us than that. But what I'm more concerned with is the quality of gameplay, and they did say that they're going to improve mobility as far as climbing over obstacles and looking around corners in a very sticky cover system sort of way. But you know, all of these things should have been implemented a long time ago in my opinion. You know, Medal of Honor and Rainbow Six a lot of different games actually have the ability to, you know, stick to a wall and peer around the corner, as well as mount objects in games like Battlefield and so forth. So I really am glad that they're adding these things, but it's long overdue in my opinion. Now, there's one other thing that I'm just going to talk about briefly, and that's multiplayer, because that is what everybody is anticipating. As much as I love the campaigns in Call of Duty, I know we're all looking forward to multiplayer, and of course they're not going to reveal a whole lot of that at this stage, and I really don't think we're going to see very much multiplayer until the end of the summer. I don't think they're even going to show any at E3, more than maybe just a teaser or something like that, if even that. I don't even think that's going to happen. However, in last week's reveal, Mark Rubin did mention two things about multiplayer that happened to spark my interest a lot. First, he said that they're going to add interactive elements to the maps. And you guys know that I have been pushing the whole interactive element thing for a long time with both Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2. I think that interactive elements will really bring it home for the multiplayer of Call of Duty if they do it right. And I don't just mean reactive elements, like things like opening doors and pushing a button and something happens. I mean real interaction with the maps that allows players to manipulate the map but still be responsible for the outcome of the game. They did say that they're going to have ways to set traps, they're going to have earthquakes and floods, but those things are more reactive and not so much interactive. So I am interested in seeing what they're going to do to make the maps more dynamic, because if they do it right, this could really be a game changer for Call of Duty Ghosts. And the other thing that Ruben mentioned was that they're going to add the ability to customize our characters, which is really nice. I'd like to see some full-blown customization to really personalize the experience of multiplayer. And again, I think this is a long overdue thing that they should have added a while ago. And I'd like to see some customization abilities along the lines of, say, Rainbow Six Vegas or something like that. I think even if Call of Duty models their customization system off of another shooter, I think they can do it really well. So we'll see how that all turns out. I would like to mention, just as a side note, that I'd like them to bring back Face Off. I really miss playing Face Off, and I'm kind of sad that Black Ops didn't play up on that, and essentially take that and put it in their game. So maybe we'll see the return of Face Off as a game mode, because I thought it was a nice addition. But overall, I'm not super hyped about Call of Duty Ghosts, but I'm also not super pessimistic yet. I know that there's still a lot more to be seen, and I don't want to give too early, too premature of a judgment of Ghosts. So I'm willing to see what they reveal at E3, but I'm not going to be pre-ordering the game just yet. I'm not going to buy it prematurely. I want to see what they have to offer, and I want them to sell me on this game. Because with the past two Call of Duties, both Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3, I got really excited for the games and then got pretty disappointed when they came out, and I don't want that to happen again. So, I'm just sort of tentative for now about Call of Duty Ghosts, but hopefully they can impress us in the near future. Alright, you guys, that's my thoughts and impressions so far of what we've seen of Call of Duty Ghosts. Let me know what you guys think of the next Call of Duty, and if you're going to be pre-ordering it or buying it, let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and until next time, this is StrangeLuv, signing out.